Welcome to another episode of Around the Ozarks Community Corner. My name is Grace Gooley, and we are highlighting an amazing nonprofit today called A Bed for Izzy. They are helping kids and adults in Missouri with disabilities or medical challenges have a safe place to sleep. So I am here with Shayla Jenkins and Erin Stieff with A Bed for Izzy to share what they do, who they help, and how to get our community involved. So guys, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right. So to start off, what does A Bed for Izzy do, and how did you guys first get started?
A Bed for Izzy raises money for safety beds, like you said, for adults and children with developmental disabilities or medical challenges. And we got started because we're all in the field of helping individuals with developmental disabilities, and we saw a huge need for safety beds. Safety beds are not something that the state or the Department of Mental Health or insurance often finds necessary, and so the funding for them, getting them is really difficult, and they're also extremely expensive. We are able to get a bit of a discount, and so that's helpful, but typically the beds can be $10,000 to $20,000.
Oh, wow.
And especially with adults, they may have a challenge as a child, but quickly they grow out of a pack and play or a tent type situation, or their disabilities cause some aggression, which causes them to break whatever situation they have going on, and it becomes very expensive for the family and prohibitive for safe place to sleep. And so we saw the challenge and the fact that there was a need for it and that there was extremely limited funding, and we just thought, let's do something about this.
Yeah. So for those people who haven't seen one, what is a safety bed, and why would someone need that over just a regular bed?
So most of our safety beds, they have zippers on the outside, and so if the individual's on the inside, they wouldn't be able to unzip that themselves and get out. Erin touched base on it, but a lot of our individuals are known for like eloping or getting out of the room or getting up in the middle of the night. And so that safety bed allows for them to be in that safe place and not like be in danger if they were to get out of their home. We do have, there's different types of beds you can get. There's a zipper, there's a safe to sleep bed. There's also travel beds as well, where it goes in a suitcase and you can travel with it. And so for most families who haven't traveled as a family, they're able to go out and use that on the go.
Or have to travel for a lot of medical appointments.
And then we have another, there's all sorts, but there's another like wooden, it's Beds by George, and you can lift it up on the side. So if someone uses a Hoyer, it's easy to get them in and out of the bed as well.
So if a family needs a safety bed, what does that process look like? Like who qualifies, and what are the steps that they need to take with you guys?
So the first thing is we do individuals who are in the state of Missouri. We require a physician's order or a medical note saying why they need that safety bed. And then we also have an application on our website at abedforizzy.com. And so they'll fill out that application, and they'll send us the letters that we need from them, and then we'll reach out to them depending on where we're at with our process. I will say right now we have about 25 plus individuals on our wait list just in the state of Missouri. We've already served individuals in St. Louis, in Kansas City, right here in the Ozarks, and it's continuing, like the word's continuing to get out, and so it's really awesome. But I think So you've helped a bunch of families already. Can you share an example or two, a story or two about how these beds have changed lives?
Absolutely. There's so many stories, but one of our beds, the gentleman's name was Jake. He was about 19 when his family reached out to us, and the sleep situation that his family had worked out before we got involved was, Jake has seizures, and so also cerebral palsy, and they would move furniture up against his bed so that if he had a seizure in the middle of the night, he wouldn't fall out of bed, which became a safety problem because if he did have a seizure, he could easily get tangled in that furniture that they were using to keep the bed stable. And it was neat because his mom reached out to us after he had gotten his safety bed and said that his teacher had noticed that before, in the past year that he was in school, he would sleep a lot during school. And she said that this year, now that he's got the safety bed, he's more engaged in classes. He's doing better with his classroom work. They don't notice him sleeping. And so it's just made like a huge difference for him in his sleeping, for his performance at school, and for the whole family, because as you can imagine, if there's a child who is not sleeping safely, if they're worried that that child is going to elope in the middle of the night or have a seizure and get tangled in their bed, or we have another child that had gotten her leg stuck in an air conditioning vent because she was climbing around in the middle of the night, or we have a family that the child would get frustrated in the middle of the night, and although they had her door closed, if it was locked, she would just bang on the door and bang on the walls, and so nobody in the house, all the other siblings, nobody was getting any sleep. Another situation where the dad was sleeping in the living room with the child so that if she had a seizure, he would be there for her. She was starting to grow out of the pack and play that they were using, but she was 6 at the time, and since the day she was born, her parents had never slept in the same room because one of them always had to be with her. And so they were able to recently take their first vacation, and Mom and Dad are reconnecting. And, so just so many, I mean, I could go on and on. So many success stories and just really neat situations that we've been able to be a part of.
It's amazing. For anyone who is wanting to support your organization, what is the best way to do so?
Yeah, we have a couple ways that you could donate. So we have our bedforizzy.com website. There's a fundraiser link on that website. We use a platform called Zeffy. 100% of all proceeds go directly to the bed. Myself, Erin, and Sarah, who isn't with us today, we're all volunteers, so none of that money goes to us. 100% of that goes to the bed. You can also follow us on Facebook as well at A Bed for Izzy. And we will put flyers up of our campaigns, who we're fundraising for. We'll share their story. It will also link you to the website as well. And on our website, we also do like some annual fundraisers. So we had a picnic last year, or 2025 this year. And so we'll have that again in 2026. And then we also have merch available,
those are so cute.
Sweaters, shirts
So cute.
on our website as well.
All right. So if you want to support A Bed for Izzy, you can visit abedforizzy.com, follow on Facebook, and you will see the newest campaign that they've got going on right now. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.